Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing great. Welcome to today's Coaching Communities of Practices session on the Art of Prioritization, Session 1. On behalf of Agile People Ops, me, Mariana, your host, would like to thank you all for joining us today. This series of calls will redefine the way we learn collaboratively, opening the doors to endless possibilities for personal and professional growth. The sessions take place every second Wednesday of the month. I would now like to introduce our speaker for today's session, Ms. Sonam Aryabalati. She is an ICF PCC, a coach trainer, a facilitator, certified NLP practitioner, and an image consultant. She has a progressive experience of 15 years, has done more than 600 hours of coaching, and has facilitated programs with over 5,500 individuals. She is passionate about enabling individuals realize their full potential by raising their level of awareness and focusing on their strengths. She conducts bespoke programs, webinars, one-on-one coaching sessions with individuals as well as groups. A very warm welcome to you, Sonam, and to whoever has joined us as the audience. Welcome, Sonam. The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Mariana. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session on the art of prioritization. So I'm looking forward to have you on video, to unmute yourself and talk where required, to use the chat box. As you're aware, these sessions are really interactive. So your interaction and your responses make a huge difference to this session. So we span our sessions across 2 months. One will happen today, and the next one would happen next month, again, the second Wednesday. And it's going to be a session where you will be doing a lot of thinking and a lot of work, right? So that sharing is going to be essential for us for today's session. So are you all excited? Ready to begin?
Yeah, boy, yes.
Awesome. So when we talk about priorities, there are a lot of things we're juggling in our daily lives. From the time we start our day till the time we end, there is a list of endless things and errands to run. We have to prioritize our work, our family, our personal life, even within work, certain tasks, and so on and so forth. So today's session will cater to all of that. When we talk about self and priorities, so this is how circle of our life looks like, right? We have ourself, we have our family, we have our friends, we have work, we have community, we have our neighborhood, we have a city, we have a country, we have the world. So this is just a broad spectrum, and for you, your circle could look like anything that you would like to keep in it, which is important for you. So I'm going to invite you all to take out a pen and a paper and just draw your own circle of life. What does your circle of life look like? What are the different spectrums that you would like to put on it? If someone would like to share by unmuting themselves or in the chat box, please feel free to do that. You can take 2 minutes to bifurcate all your sections that you would like to put here. Anybody who's filled their bathe their circle of life already? I can see a response. I can see first time. Lucas, would you like to throw some light on that? First time this exercise in particular, that's great. Thank you for sharing that. This is going to be a hands-on session for you to be able to prioritize your life and people in groups that are important. So, have you all completed this exercise? Anyone wants to share something? Okay, thank you, Karen, for sharing that. I can see you've mentioned that your priority is mental stability. That is extremely important to take care of, I understand. Have you been able to jot down certain sections in your life around which your world and life revolves, Karen? Those people or groups who could even affect this mental stability. Okay, so our next step is gonna make things further clear for you. Now that you've already drawn the spheres that are important to you in your life currently, we move on to the next step where you can actually rank them on the basis of priority. So you can start from 1, 2, 3, go on as per the number of sections that you have within this circle, and just rank them in the order of your priority. So I can see family, friends, community, work, God, family, friends, work, and self. Thank you for sharing that, Lucas and Samuel. Now I would request you to rank them. Which comes first, second, third, so on and so forth. Okay, so in order of priority would be God, my family, my career, my finances. Priscilla has written that. Family and friends, community, work, God, family, friends, work. Great, so I can see that most of you have done the exercise and even shared here in the chat box. So now that you're aware of these priorities and in which order do they come, we can move ahead with the rest of our session for today. Now, I would invite you to scale them on a scale of 1 to 5, Where are you in terms of your satisfaction in these spheres? Where 1 is the lowest, 5 is the highest. Where are you currently on these sections? On each of them. So I can see Lucas has shared family is 3, friends is 4, community is 4, work is 1. And I can see that you're looking for a job. Anyone else who wants to share? For Anissa, family is 4, friends is 3, work is 3. In terms of satisfaction, I would say God 5, my family 5, my career 2, my finances 2. So the next exercise here is to give a number on the same scale of 1 to 5 to where do you wish to be. So if you're at a 2 currently, where do you wish to be in the future? And you could keep a time frame in mind for the same as well. Where do you wish to be by the end of 6 months? So Karen says family 5, mental health 5. So Karen, I am already seeing a 5 currently. That means you're completely satisfied with your mental health state. Is that correct? Okay, by the end of 6 months, God 5, family 5, career 5, finances 5. Thank you, Priscilla. Five for all, hopefully. 5 is the ideal, right? Okay, so now the next step is just make a note for yourself, and again, you could share it here with us. Make a note of all possible barriers you may have to cross to get there. What do you see as those challenges, those obstacles, those barriers that you have to cross in order to get there? What would make it your 5 or a future 4? wherever you wish to be by the end of 6 months. Anyone who's ready to share those possible barriers? So, Lucas, I can see you've written being called, interviews, learning new skills. Mm-hmm. Just mention whatever comes to your mind. So I can say, I don't know, but I would say the current economic situation in my country, jobs aren't forthcoming and business aren't thriving as a result of the current economic downturn. Yes, the economy has certainly been fluctuating, and there have been a lot of people who've actually been laid off from their jobs, from the biggest of companies as well. That's been happening across countries. And what could be your possible future? What are the options in front of you? Is what I would invite you to think about. Knowing the current situation, being realistic and aspiring as well. So, Karen, I can see you've written getting to go for an interview and hopefully land on a job. So, you've given it that 6 months timeline, and getting that interview is a barrier I can see you want to cross to land that job. What are the options in front of you at the moment? What are the options, the avenues in front of you? Form collaborations with entrepreneurs and applying the lessons I'm learning. Hmm. So I would like for some of the options to flow now. Think of whatever options and avenues come in front of you for you to get to that future rank of yours, the number that you've given. So I can see I've got a response. I'm finishing a Scrum Master course, so I'm trying to apply to SM positions on companies who are looking for agile leaders. I also have experience on sales, team coordination, and accountability, so I'm applying to those as well as options as a last resort. I have an opportunity at surveillance PCS. I did a good job in the past, so they called me and offered me a position in a new place, but it isn't what I'm aiming for. All right. So it's one of the options that you have to get to your future state goal. What way do you see forward? The options are getting a job, however, the jobs aren't forthcoming, and like I started earlier, businesses aren't thriving. So, starting a business is supposed to be an option for me, but the ones I've started aren't thriving because of the economy. Hmm. Okay. So, I just want you to make a note of those options currently and we move forward. Make a note of things, the presence of which could get you there. I see a future where strategic partnerships is embraced and form collaborations that will add value to self and others. Hmm. So make a note of things, the presence of which could get you to that future state, the number that you've given, where you want to be by the end of 6 months. After I finish my SM career, I want to certify internationally, so I have to give an exam for that. When I get that certification, I believe I'll be able to get a job on agility. Interesting. Anyone else wants to share the things, the presence of which could get you there? So, for example, I had read about getting that interview. So, what are those things, the presence of which could get you an interview? Anyone want to share? Workshops, learn from the mentors and scrum masters on nuggets to embrace in my objectives. Self-reflection on a daily basis so as to track progress made in reaching the goal. Hmm. All right. So, this is the realm of reality, right? There are things that we wish to have, there are things that we cannot have, and we're right in the center holding on to both these things. What I wish I can have, what I cannot have. So, which God are you holding on to? Getting that reality check and seeing what's really possible realistically for us. What is it that the future looks like? So, to top it and to go deeper into this prioritization, we have Maslow's need hierarchy here. Have any one of you heard of this before? So Maslow says that we have five major needs. The first one is physiological, which is the basic need that we all have. So I can see a couple of you know about it. That's great. So we all have heard this. It's a very famous model and very real to us as well, right? So the first and foremost is the physiological need for us. The food, the water, the shelter, the house. At the second level comes the need for safety, to be secure, where we're living, where we're working, getting that security and safety in terms of whatever we have at the physiological level, in terms of whatever we have with us. The next is the love and belonging, the relationships that we have, the friendship that we have, the, family life that we have. So it's the need for that love and belonging that we all yearn for. The fourth one that comes is the esteem need, where we're looking for that appreciation, that acknowledgement, where we're looking for that feeling of accomplishment with what we've done. We know that we're respected for who we are. We're given that respect, that attention, and we know that it's there to stay. And the fifth need is the self actualization need, which talks about achieving one's full potential. So Maslow says till the time we haven't achieved the physiological, we cannot go to safety. Till the time we haven't achieved safety, we cannot go to love and belonging. Similarly, esteem, similarly, self and actualization needs. This is how the typical model works. And we're going to use it today for coaching as well. So we're going to see how our needs span, where we are at each of these needs. So like we did a reflective exercise before, we're going to do another reflective exercise on the hierarchy of needs that are present. So where 1 is the lowest and 5 is the highest, I would request you to mark where are you on each of these needs that we have here. On a scale of 1 to 5, where do you see yourself? On physiological, on safety, on love and belonging, on esteem, on self actualization. What number would you like to give it? Just close your eyes and think and feel and give a number that resonates with you on each of these. Okay, I can see the numbers flowing. 3, 5, 3, 3, 4. Let me take it up and see. 5, 3, 3, 3, 2. All right. So if you've reflected on where are you on each, I would now invite you to reflect on where do you wish to be. If you're at a 3 currently, where do you wish to be? If you're at a 5 currently, where do you wish to be? And again, we take a 6-month timeline here.
Hello, Sonam.
Yes, Mariana?
Yes, we have somebody joined from the LinkedIn live stream and they have responded saying 3 on each of them.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Please keep on reflecting along with the exercise that we're just doing. Where do you wish to be? If you're at 3 currently, and again, we keep that reality check with us, the realm of reality. Idealistically, we would like to be at a certain place, but realistically, in the time frame that we're looking at, 6 months, where do we wish to be? So I can see Lucas saying that I would like to upgrade to safety 4, self-actualization 4, or a 5. And we have physiological 2, safety 3, love belonging 4, esteem 4, self-actualization 4. So by when we've already given the 6 months time frame to it in both the cases. So Samuel says in 6 months to increase on each by 1. So I'm not a product of my circumstances. I'm a product of my decisions. How does this resonate with you? It's a beautiful quote by Dr. Stephen R. Covey. What are those decisions that you are currently taking which will determine your future? Are we someone waiting for things to happen? Or are we making those choices and decisions for ourselves, for that future that we aspire for? That's a food for thought that I'm going to leave you with. So now let's make a beautiful circle of aspiration. So today is a full-on reflective exercise session. We're also going to meet next month where we're going to delve on it even more with Stephen Covey's models as well. So just put it out there, you know, as the book Secret also said, that whatever you truly desire, you just put it out and be aligned to it, and you will achieve it. The whole universe conspires for you to get it. So list down each and every aspiration you might have. We've gone through the circles of our life, we've gone through the needs. Now we come to that circle of aspiration that we have. I would really like to achieve this. So list down everything that comes to your mind that you aspire for. Your dreams and goals and aspirations. I'm not defined by what I face. I remember facing a tough life scenario but made a choice I'm proud of today. That's amazing, Samuel. Kudos to you for that. And thank you for sharing that. So, getting a job as a scrum master, project manager, want to live abroad, those are my biggest aspirations. Hmm. Good luck for that to you, Lucas. Anyone else who wants to share before we move on? I want to get more consultancy jobs so I can be more flexible and earn more. Hmm. And how are these aspirations relating to your 6 months plan? To start a business that will pay me and others handsomely. Amazing. All right. So now Maslow says that when we talk about our needs, the first two, which are our basic needs, the second two, which are our psychological needs, and the third, which is our self fulfillment needs, it's actually that the bottom four are our deficiency needs. And the fifth one, the topmost, self actualization, is growth need. So when we talk about deficiency needs, it means that having lesser makes us work towards it more. Knowing that we want to get a certain place, we'll work for it more. And self actualization is a growth need. The more we get, the more we work towards it. The more we know we can perform better, the more capable we are, and we keep want to exploring our potential and jumping up and up and up, leaping through our way. So how do you see yourself leaping up your way now, having all these things in place, having your aspirations, your needs, your circles of life in order of where you need to focus more, where each lies. What is that desired aspiration, the future state at the end of 6 months that you have? I actually would invite you to close your eyes. We'll do a small, with eyes closed, mindful visualization exercise. Is everyone ready for it? I got one yes, yay. And thumbs ups. All right, great. So let's close our eyes and take a deep breath in and exhale. Continue to take these deep breaths in and exhale. And while you inhale, feel it in, reaching through your body. And while you exhale, exhale through your mouth. Having that future state in front of you, of your aspirations, of the priorities of your circles, of your needs that you aspire to fulfill. What does that aspired 6 month state look like to you? Visualize it deeply, clearly, vividly. See, what are you seeing yourself do? Where are you? Who all are you surrounded by? What do you see yourself do? What color clothes are you wearing? What conversations are you having? How are you feeling? Visualize everything as vividly as possible. Get all your five senses into this future state. What can you see there? What can you smell? What does the air feel like? How does it feel in your nose? What can you hear? around you? What are the conversations happening? Get familiar with how your mouth feels, with how that air feels, touches your body. And look back and see how you reached here. What are those steps that got you here? Who are those people? What has been that work that's gone in it? How did you fare on each circle of your life? And while you look back and see the journey, feel happy and proud of yourself, of getting where you are today. Looking back at your journey, what would you like to appreciate yourself for in the moment? How well have you fared on this journey for yourself? Going back a couple of months, what do you see yourself doing 3 months back? Go through and experience your journey of these 6 months. So, going 3 months back in June of 2024, get your full attention and presence here in this day. What do you see yourself doing? How are you faring on this journey? What are some of the challenges that you've crossed to get here? And what are some of those challenges that you're seeing on your way towards your future state? Let it all absorb and be kind to yourself. Just capture the whole moment, the whole day. the whole work that you've been doing. Take a mental picture. Acknowledge yourself for the barriers you've crossed and reached here. Tap your shoulder. And plan your journey ahead. Again, use all your five senses in this moment, in this day, and quickly freeze and capture it for what you can see. And while you've done all of that, come back to the present moment. Assimilate all your thoughts, your visualization. And map that journey that you just saw for yourself. And while you're ready, you may open your eyes and share after it's all been absorbed and you're ready to share. So I can see Magdie's written, I would like to venture into the transport business and grain business. Take a deep breath in and exhale through your mouth. As you breathe in and exhale, make sure the exhale is longer than the inhale. So do I have all of you back here? We're almost at the closing time as well now. Karen, that's really interesting. I would like to own some real estates and do farming on tomatoes. That wasn't something that I read about before in your chat messages. Good luck to you for that, Karen. Thank you, Lynn. I can see you've written the session is great, made me reflect a lot. So, what would you like to do with this reflection now, Lynn? I would like you all to share that next step that you're ready to take.
Hello, Sonam.
Yes, Mariana.
We have a response from the live stream.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, they have said that to inspire to lead women in big forum platforms.
Hmm. Interesting. Good luck. And thank you for sharing. Please keep your messages coming in. I look forward to having you here in our next session. So, life choices set a direction. Spend the time to develop a mindset on how to build a meaningful future. Now you have a choice, and you've explored it all for yourself today. I would like to open my clothes line and connect with big fashion brands. Wow, I'm seeing new conversation happening here. I'm really excited to see the goals, the aspirations that you all are sharing here. Lovely. So, one thing before we close, what is that next step that you're committing yourself towards? Come on, put it down so the whole universe can conspire for you to get it. Can we have some answers? All right, Mariana, we let the messages come in and I'll put it all over to you now. Thank you so much, all of you, for your active participation. I'm still waiting for the answers while I've handed over the stage to Mariana to take over in the interest of time. All the very best to you. And remember that when we commit to the next action, we're sure we're on the path where we need to get. So, Guche, my question is what is that next step that you're going to take after this session towards your desired future, towards that goal? What are you going to do about it now? Having all the insights. Ah, that's interesting. I will start writing my clothes line budget, Rebecca says. Give it a time frame, Rebecca. When are you going to start writing this? Let's be as specific as possible. All right, thank you very much, everyone. Over to you, Mariana.
Thank you, Sonam. And if anybody from the audience has any questions for Sonam, you can leave it in the chat box as well. Okay. Firstly, I would like to thank Sonam for guiding us through the art of prioritization. Your insights were truly valuable. I would also like to thank you all from the audience for joining us today. We appreciate your time and participation, and we hope that you found today's session very informative and engaging. You will all receive a feedback form link in the chat box. Would request you all to share your feedback. So what do we have next? We have our next coaching communities of practices session on April 10th, which is a continuation of this session 1. During the session, discover how to develop a strategic plan through coaching, cultivate the art of confidently saying no, maintain focus on the bigger picture, and consistently practice mindfulness and patience to master the mathematics of prioritizing and optimize your time effectively and efficiently. To register for this event, kindly scan the QR code below or join using the link shared in the chat box. Alternatively, you all can join our APO Global Community LinkedIn group to get further updates on upcoming events. You can also scan the QR code or join the link, which will be shared in the chat box. We also have a community platform to collaborate and engage with other passionate individuals. You can join using the link shared in the chat box. We will share the recording of the session with all the participants who have registered and also upload it to our Agile People Ops YouTube channel. Thank you all once again. Have a wonderful day ahead. With lots of gratitude, I am Mariana, your host, will be signing off for today. Thank you all.